faking at DKR. Back to you.
All right, Ollie. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Wide receiver comes in motion. On the ground, it Smothers. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front seven, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Give to the running back. Here's a little room there. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
And man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Keeps it on the option. Oh, he's got some space. The 40. The 20. Inside the touchdown Longhorns. Once he got some room, it was over.
And you knew his legs were a weapon, and he shows it to you right there, running it into the end zone. And this offense, man, they are a good offense, and they are in a good rhythm early in this football game. We talked about the quarterback. We talked about his speed. He can make these type of plays, and on the first drive, Palmer, the defense didn't have any answers. They better find something.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to find them, too, just because of that athleticism and just how he can attack defenses with his arm, with his feet, the different playmakers surrounding him as well. There's a lot to get prepared for in a week when you're playing against this offense, and I just think they saw everything there on that opening drive. They're going to have to do some soul-searching on the sidelines early.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Fair catch, called for and made. The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Motion from the wideout. Arch Madness. Fires left. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Operating in the red zone here on second down. To throw, it's Russell. Pressure coming. On the move, he fires. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. It didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response where defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
Here's Brown to begin the drive. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might... The football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Second down coming up. Wide receiver going in motion. Right back to the well. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Manning from the gun on third down. Throws to the wideout. And the deflection on third down. How big is that? Forces a fourth down. The Longhorns will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. It's away and a beauty headed toward the sideline. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Tide ready to roll on offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Keelan Russell. Fires downfield. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Now here's Russell. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Oh, did he unload on that? It's like there's helium in that one. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
Not much room to run. Give him 1 to the 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Pulls it on the option. Maybe a crease. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on 2nd and long. Great awareness on the scramble.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Pulls and fires complete. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions, and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
So now it's 2nd and long. The run inside. It's Simon.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
And the Longhorns line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Motion from the back. Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Longhorns will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A booming punt, and it's headed toward the sideline. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. In front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this 1st quarter. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the 1st quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Russell on play action. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Using his feet. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Oh, look at this thing. They may need a flight attendant on that one. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Throwing Manning. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
The Alabama offense coming onto the field. Didn't get anything done 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. They'll run it from the gun. And they don't pick up anything right there, but at least they avoid getting tackled in their own end zone.
Yeah, on offense, this is a tough place to run the football. Back in your own end, the defense is expecting you to do it, and that's why they're loading the box. This is a great opportunity to take a shot down the sideline to your best wide receiver in a one-on-one situation.
Russell. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Now here's Russell. They go to the wide receiver screen. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's 4th down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Oh, that punt has been cleared for takeoff. Look at it go. Makes a nice grab at the 25. Slips through the line. And there he goes. He just about took that one all the way to the house. They finally get him down after a tremendous return. Here comes the Texas offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Hauls it in. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
The Longhorns trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. On the move. Touchdown, Longhorn! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I'll tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Gives it on the option. And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. Now here's Russell. Under fire. And it's a sack.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Takes the handoff. It smothers. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Longhorns line up to punt it away. Oh, man, that is an absolute rocket launcher of a punt. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Motion from the wide receiver. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Got enough for the first. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Throwing Russell. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Got his man downfield. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Gives it to the back on the draw. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
It's hard enough to get this guy on the ground once. That's his 2nd sack of the day. Nice job getting in the backfield, not getting deceived by this guy's speed, because we've seen this QB, man. He can make people miss. Nice job getting him on the ground for the 2nd time today.
Keelan Russell. They'll run the screen. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And it's no good. He missed it. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Throws to the tight end. Makes a connection. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Manning with a play fake. Here's the pressure. He's going to run it. He'll pick up a few before being knocked out of bounds at the 31.
Hey, man, this defense, they look a little bit frustrated. Like, he's done this time and time again here in the first half, and it's still early in this football game, but they got to find an answer for his legs. Like, he's chewing up too many yards, making too many big plays. Got to find a way to make him one-dimensional and make some...
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd down, here's Brown. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. The Longhorns stop the clock for the final time, calling their 3rd timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Here's Arts to throw. Fires to the tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. Just a better play there by the defense.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Gets the back moving. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Release to the back. Ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Russell unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Down at the 16-yard line, and they're threatening to score in the waning moments of the half. Alabama calls its 2nd timeout of the half. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Back open in the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Throwing Russell. He lost one down the sideline. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
This offense is done being patient. They're down on the scoreboard here. Now, early in their first possession in the third quarter, they're being aggressive. They're taking shots. They're trusting their playmakers outside to get it done. That time, the defense, really nice job forcing the incompletion. They were ready for it. This offense, though, they need to stay aggressive.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Now here's Russell. Fires to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. My goodness, he unloads on that one. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, pinning them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They botched a scoring opportunity the last time they had it, fumbling inside the 20, and now a chance to put up something here. Just never gives you a clean shot at him as he gets out to the 28.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
And the Longhorns with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They go play action with Manning. Looking for a big play. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half. And here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
Looking for that first down on third and short from the 28. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll try to run for it. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Right back to the well. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Tackled at the 45 after a 5-yard pickup. The Longhorns have this offense rolling. Running inside. It's Smothers. And now on second down for this offense. Arch is going to throw for it. Here comes the heat. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on second and long.
And, man, you see it again. It's got to be frustrating for this defense. Like, there's a reason the offense has the lead, and it's because the QB can drop back and do things like that. It's supposed to be a pass, everybody playing pass, but he's just got such a knack and such a feel to take off and run and make people miss and create explosive plays, and that's why they built the lead here today.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Now facing a third and long. Manning from the gun on third down. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
That's one thing this defense takes a lot of pride on. They like tackling the catch, and they like being around the ball. That time, he was in proximity to knock that thing loose. Nice physical play.
Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Here comes that Alabama offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. From the gun. Give on the inside. Brought down at the 21, but a really big play there to pick up 10.
Well, after they struggled running the ball in the first half, you just wonder if this coaching staff made some adjustments at halftime and just said, look, we've got to get more physical and we've got to own the line of scrimmage. After that successful run, they got to keep doing this here in the second half.
Might as well give it to him again. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
Wow, 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Keelan Russell. Get it out on the screen. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. They go play action with Russell. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. That pass is incomplete.
Yeah, a nice job by the defense understanding who their go-to guy is. That's the guy they want to feature. That's the guy they want to feed with good reason. He's a great player, but a great job by the defense taking away that primary read, making sure they don't make a big play.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. Russell gets it out quickly. There he goes. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them, and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Back to throw, it's Russell. Got it! And he was thinking 6, but that D knocks him down at the 2.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. The run inside. It's Riley. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Bama! A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They go back to work with a 1st down in the final period of this one. They'll give it on the counter. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Picks up the 1st down. Maybe some room here. Touchdown, Texas! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. The Longhorns with a huge score to answer. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. offense needs a late fourth quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. Russell on play action. Going long. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. They'll try to power their way ahead.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. Third down in inches. Nice job by getting the first down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Throwing Russell. The screen, he's got wheels. Still on his feet at the 45. Lots of running room. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
On 2nd and goal, he gets another chance. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. The Tide answers back. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Tie game, fourth quarter. Plenty of time to work with. Exactly where you want to be in this one. Pulls it, fired complete. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
The Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Manning. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Quickly complete. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Well, after allowing a touchdown on the last drive, this offense has to be able to answer. And getting that third down here on the third play of this drive is a good step toward doing that. Nice job by the QB. Good rhythm. This offense now has got it going. They need to pay this thing off. That was a big one, no question.
A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Hand off for Brown. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Play action, here's Manning. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And that's a better job by this defense. That's exactly what they've got to start doing more. He's had a lot of success on the ground. It's apparent he will take off and move. So how do we keep him in the pocket? Get him behind the line of scrimmage, fluster him a little bit, and don't let him use those wheels.
Got his man. Can't get him to the ground. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Throwing right. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on third down.
And this defense doing a really good job understanding out route, seeing it, sitting on it, waiting, breaking on the football, not giving up the third down conversion.
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. On target over the middle. Breaks into the open. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. Russell. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. He'll try to take it back. Made a defender miss. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
This game right now is hanging in the balance. It's tight, it's close, tied here in the fourth quarter. One play can change everything, and that was a throw that the quarterback wishes he could have.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Here's a heat. He's on the move. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
And we've seen this several times now. Like, he is more than willing to take off and make plays. And you can tell the defense is starting to adjust a little bit. They see it. They know it's a pass, but they had eyeballs on him. And as soon as he took off, they ran to him, and they made sure they got him on the ground.
The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one. Probably need to pick up a few yards. From here, it would be a 62-yard attempt. Third down from the gun, Manning. Gonna take a shot at this DB. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. Here in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Riley. Makes it past the marker. At the 45 on its way. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give on the counter. Might have a chance. Oh, what a cut! They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Alabama trying to cash in on this red zone trip. Running inside. It's Hill. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
That's a really nice play on second down. I love the quarterback's read. I love that he kept it. Good offensive coordinators across college football, they have no problem repeating the same play over and over again if it's successful.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
You got to give this guy so much credit, man. It is so hard in practice to simulate the pressure that he just faced. Late in the game, seconds left on the clock, you have an opportunity to kick a field goal to put your team up. Late in the game, and he absolutely drilled it. What a moment for that young man.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wideout. To throw, Manning. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
Got to give this defense tons of credit. How good have they been on the back end in coverage? It just feels like every time this QB has thrown the ball, it's been contested. They haven't given up a lot of yards, and they need to continue to be great in coverage with the lead in this 2-minute situation.
Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
And how about the defense coming up with a big play late in this football game? Offense trying to put something together. But, man, they anticipated pass. They played with great vision in the back end, broke on the